and production to build a strong and better nation. I say that is the main foundation. So come let us go hand in hand, because this is our land. Come my brother, come my sister, and let us build a nation together.
Forget all your differences and let we start to build. Let us build Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique together. We have a responsibility to enhance, to transform, to develop, to make this place better. Again, I want to welcome the folks on Facebook and YouTube. Thank you for viewing. I want to ask of you to take the time and share the live. Sharing is caring. When you share the live, you give your friends the opportunity to listen in, to follow, to be a part of the conversation. So please share the live. I want to start off this morning with some positive pieces because we need to be positive. Things are happening. People are benefiting. So let me start off with Petite Martinique.
Work continues on road infrastructure in the Mon community of Petite Martinique following months of delays due to challenges arising from the passage of Hurricane Beryl. 1,000 feet of concrete pavement, including slipper and box drains in the community of Mon, Petite Martinique, is nearing completion. The contract to construct the concrete pavement has been awarded to resident of Petite Martinique, Hudson Joseph, who says the project, which is nearing completion, is one that has been needed within the community for years due to the terrain and the challenges faced by residents to get to and from their homes.
With the scope of work, the box drain, we had to do it based on the amount of water that flows through this area. But it was to be done because of the terrain. Here were very bushy, very deep, if lower down where you came from. We had some gutters there, like 14 feet and so on, that we had to reclaim and fill up. We did a lot of excavating to bring it like this. It was very, very terrible, a lot of stones and so on. I mean, a matter of fact, we spent days in excavating just about less than 100 feet just to get it as you see it today. And we were able to excavate and recover most of the land on the left-hand side, this side here. And here we is today. But however, this area behind us here, we intend to shallow up on the main drain, the main box drain that you see. So we'll be entering slipper drain from this main box drain, just maybe 100 feet behind us.
Mr. Joseph went further to state that to get the project to its current stage took a lot of sacrifice from residents, as his team had a lot of work to do in clearing stones and compacting the area before they were able to prepare the area for the pouring of the concrete.
First of all, Beryl gave us a long setback. We would have finished the entire area during that Beryl year if we didn't get set back. We took about nearly 6-7 months after Beryl to start back. After that, we had some other slowdown with rain and other things like that. We had problem with the workers sometimes. They kind of are still under the devastation of Beryl, the shock. And you know, all this was kind of a setback. But our main setback is excavation. when we do excavate, we have to compact, we have to press, we have to vibrate. And of course, you see, we do the slipper and the main drain one time. So that took us a little time.
The restoration of homes and lives on the island, he says, is moving at a pace that he is well pleased with, and commended the administration for not leaving the people of Petite Martinique behind.
I think everything is going very, very, very well. Too well, so to speak. Based on the progress, the speed, and everything, it's good. A lot of work have been done, and a lot of work have been still going on. Generally, everything is going well in my view. I think no one is left behind. Everyone is getting piece of the pie. They by now should have a good rest in mind that even though they don't get the build back better yet, it's there to come.
Mr. Joseph says he has just about 150 feet of work left to complete his scope of works at Mon in Petite Martinique.
Yeah, and I love that because the people of Petite Martinique, they're not left behind. Historically, they were considered stepchildren, Petite Martinique, Carriacou. So Grenada was the focus. But under the most Honorable Deacon Mitchell and his administration, I mean, this is different. Carriacou and Petite Martinique, they're getting their fair share. And who can see, as old people would say. But the NDC administration, they're trying their best to bring prosperity and opportunities to the people of Petite Martinique and Carriacou. Big up your whole self, the Honorable Tevin Andrews.
Member of Parliament for St. George Northeast, Honorable Ron Redhead, is expected to resume ministerial duties effective June 1st as Minister with responsibility for ICT. The ICT portfolio is currently being held by Prime Minister Honorable Deacon Mitchell, who made the announcement on Friday during the observance of Girls in ICT Day at the Grenada Trade Center.
MP Ron Redhead will be graduating from St. George's University at the end of this month, having pursued his degree while being a member of Parliament in this current government. And I highlight this because it's important for us to understand that we can work and continue to educate ourselves and continue to pursue our dreams, even in pretty difficult circumstances. I'm sure he will be happy to take on his new portfolio. I'm sure those members of the ICT team will be happy to have a minister who has the time and no competing priorities to ensure that we can continue to push ICT and the digital transformation in Grenada.
Redhead served as the Minister for Sports and Culture from June 2022 to January 2024, when it was announced that he will be stepping away from his duties as a cabinet minister to pursue higher education at St. George's University. Prime Minister Mitchell stated that he is giving up his ministerial portfolio for ICT to allow for more attention to the advancement of technology in Grenada.
And I do so because I think ICT is so fundamentally important that given some of the other portfolio that I already carry, if we are going to be fair to ICT, we need to make sure that we have a minister whose entire time is spent on ICT.
Parliamentary Representative Redhead is set to graduate with a first degree from St. George's University at the end of this month, ahead of his return as a cabinet minister.
This is wonderful. I love that. Wonderful. You see, it's a slap in the face to the NNP and those haters, because when the most Honorable Deacon Mitchell made the decision to have the Honorable Ron Redhead go back to school, man, is what them NNPNC. They concoct all kind of stories. They had all kind of stuff to say. But the most Honorable Deacon Mitchell, in his wisdom, understood the importance of education, because there is a life after politics. And the Honorable Ron Redhead is fairly young. He started SGU. His father passed. His son or child fell ill, and he had to focus a lot of energy on that. Then the election came, and he had to focus a lot of energy on that. So he couldn't continue. He won and became a member of the parliament and a minister of government. But the wisdom in the prime minister, because you see, Ron has leadership qualities and he has great potential. His future is bright. And I hope he can move to the next level and pursue another degree and another degree. All right? So big up your whole self, the Honorable Ron Redhead. Keep soaring to higher heights. Let them NNP hate. Let them, in fact, first, they are so wicked, those NNP. They went as far as, when I talk about NNP, those NNP pundits, activists, and, you know, there's this woman who's always on YouTube. She's obsessed with Ron. I don't know why, right? Maybe Ron needs to find out. And if she needs some personal attention, maybe I can have a particular individual assist her, right? If you understand what I'm saying. But they go as far as to dig up the man grades, something that should be confidential in the university, to dig up the man grades and not understanding a person can get a C. So he got A, B, 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 whatever, and then he got 1 C. Man, they start saying, well, the C he got is fail, and it's no, and the man could have easily redo the course that he got a C in, right? These things that's university life. And they went after the man. And you know what? The Grenadian people said, no, this is a normal human being, and you can't attack him because he's pursuing his education and he got a A, B, a B, and then just 1 C, and you want to attack him? In fact, this Pancho guy, he's a damn disgrace. Augustine Pancho, he posts stuff, man. People go under the comment. Go in the comment section. Go in the comment section. People gave him a good bashing because he should have known better. He should know better. He claims to be an educator. He claimed that he taught before. And so the guys there's a stench, a political stench coming from these individuals. But I'm happy. I'm happy that Grenadians are understanding how important it is to help young people to pursue higher education and their dreams. I love that. Big up your whole self. Right? In fact, in the NDC administration, in terms of governance, Ron was the only minister of government at the time without a degree. I stand to be corrected, but the only one. So the Most Honorable Deacon Mitchell saw it fit to make sure that he gets a degree to go back to school and gets a degree. So he got that. And he will be graduating coming to the end of this month, right? So all the MPs, all the members, the ministers of government and so on, they have all the ministers of government, they have a first degree at least, a second degree in some instances, which is really great. And some two degrees or 3. All right? Nice. I love that. I love that. Trust me. Continuing with positive news. We have quite a bit of good news. Just listen to this young lady with her testimonial. She's a recipient of a scholarship at SGU.
My name is Monica Charles. I'm currently in the School of Medicine. This is the field in which I've received a scholarship from the government today. I believe that this government has taken significant steps to demonstrate their ability to invest in their people, particularly in education. And I think that I'm very grateful to be a part of this new chapter in our country's development. My particular interest in medicine is endocrinology. I believe that in our country there's a significant need for it. And when we discuss endocrinology, we're talking about several non-communicable diseases that significantly impact our society. We're talking about the way we deal with women, premenopausal women and women in menopause. We're talking about polycystic ovarian syndrome, which is becoming increasingly prevalent in our society. I believe that one of the greatest things we can do as individuals is to give back to our society and to contribute. As our Prime Minister said in his own way, and I'm going to rephrase it, there is nowhere else like home, and there is no other country that would welcome us and love us the way Grenada would, and therefore it's our duty to contribute in whatever way we can to this society.
Hello, my name is Simone Alexander. I am a Term 1 vet student at the St. George's University. I'd like to formally thank the Government of Grenada, Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell, and the Minister of Education for providing me with this opportunity to pursue my studies in veterinary medicine. In Grenada, I believe it's very important. The agriculture sector is very important. I believe, we should strive towards developing it, as it could be one of the main money producers on the island. And I have dreams of opening my own veterinary clinic, which would be open to all citizens of Grenada, especially those in underserviced communities. I think it's very important to provide a place where regular citizens could bring their animals for care, whether it be large animal or small animal, and that is my dream for Grenada.
My name is Shania Hafford, and I am a part of the St. George's University. I am a student in the School of Arts, studying both accounting and hospitality and tourism. Firstly, I want to give my thanks to the Government of Grenada, the Prime Minister, and the Minister of Education. I believe that this scholarship gives me the opportunity to put my complete focus into studying so that I can contribute greatly to the country's sustainable development.
Hello, my name is Erica John. I am currently studying a bachelor's in biology at SGU, and I am looking into the career of becoming an optometrist. I am from the small island of Carrieco, and in my island there is no stationed optometrist, hence the reason I want to become one and also open an eye clinic. I want to say a special thank you to the Honorable Deacon Mitchell, our Prime Minister, as well as the Minister of Education, Mr. David Andrew, and the Government of Grenada. Thank you so much.
Yes, that's, I feel good. I feel good. When you listen to these young women and young men, you know for a fact something is happening, and it's good for Grenada. And you could kind of look down the road and say, yes, boy, the future looks bright, optimistic. The future looks great for Grenada, Carriacou, and PT Martinique. But you see, you have a visionary government in place. You just listen to those young people, even if you have a bad day, even if you wake up on the wrong side of the bed, right? The wrong side of the bed. And you just listen to these young people and just watch them, and the way they smile and the way they articulate and the hopeful, and I love it. I love it bad. But it's because we have a visionary Prime Minister. It's because we have a visionary team governing, running this place. And I am very, very impressed with what I'm seeing, and just watching the young people. You talking about this administration invested more than $300 million into scholarships, into opportunities for young men and women. Over $300 million. And the thing just start. And they are not doing, under NNP, it was, you had to be NNP. That was a prerequisite. You had to go and say, well, your family is this and your family is that, and you had to prove that you were supporting NNP. But not now. NDC is giving the people who qualify, who apply, go through the screening process, and they're giving them the scholarship. I love that. It's a game changer for many, many families. The most honorable Deacon Mitchell, take a bow. You deserve it. You have vision. You have foresight. Keep it up. Don't forget, the most honorable Deacon Mitchell will be in New York on Saturday coming. Well, in fact, he will be there, I think, a day before or two. So New York. All right. He will be there. 3 events. The award ceremony, where you have about 12 outstanding Grenadians. They will be honored and awarded. And then you have the Spice Indulgence, night of elegance and culture and vibes, food and cuisine. It's just a nice environment. So, and then you have on the Sunday the town hall style meeting. So big things are going in New York. It's on Saturday, and
Greetings to our citizens and well-wishers in New York from the Isle of Spice, Grenada. Join me on 16th May 2026 as we celebrate a day of Grenadian excellence, starting first with the Spice Excellence Award ceremony from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m., where we will honor, celebrate, and recognize the excellence of 12 outstanding Grenadians. Then we will follow this up by an evening of Spice Indulgence, where we celebrate and have fun as we recognize our culture, our cuisine, and our music, and where I will deliver a special address to our citizens in the diaspora. So I look forward to seeing you on Saturday, May 16, 2026. One love.
yes. So again, and to this Benedict person, do not give out the man's full light. If you were close to me, I would have used another word, but I'm live on radio. I don't care who you are. Benedict Cardo, I don't care who you are. All right? I don't work in protocol. So when I speak on this program, if you want to know his full itinerary, go call protocol. Sometimes you all are too damn push up and too quick to talk. Sometimes just shut up or just listen. I don't care who you are. Trust me on that one. So I'm saying, folks, it's New York. Come Saturday. Come Saturday. All right. If you have not yet gotten your ticket or tickets, please do so. Get that. You can get your tickets on gotofed.com, Eventbrite. Just check it out. Get your tickets for the both events. The one that starts as the award ceremony, the 11 a.m. to 1:30, somewhere thereabout. I think it's 1:30. And then the Spice Indulgence, the evening event, from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. All right? Nice. So, folks, again, buy your tickets. Get your tickets. That's important. I will be there, again, as I told you, as an invited guest. I will be there at the event, hopefully sometime this week. I don't know if it's Thursday, Friday, but definitely I will be there before the event. All right. So let's continue. Let's continue with another piece, because it's important that you understand what is at play. All right. I spoke about it briefly last night, because some people believe that they are smart, but they are not. I remember this big, sensational piece that was done by this guy on YouTube. regarding the plant, right? The asphalt plant in Woodford. And there was this distinct voice of a gentleman who I knew to be a solid NNP supporter. He returned from either England or the United States, and he was front and center with the NNP. He had this little parlor in the Brooklyn area, Cotton Bailey, Brooklyn area, a little shop there that he inherited or built, one of the two. Either he built and he left, or he inherited from his family. And then he lived in Brooklyn. So I know him very well. NNP. So his voice was all over the place. All right, talking about this quarry, the asphalt plant and the environmental impact assessment, and was that done? It's all kind of stuff. And then he got one or two other NNP to join in with him and say, okay. But something was not settling. Something said to me that this thing seemed to be a kind of planting, because it's a kind of competition. You have two plants, or there will be two asphalt plants, right? Two asphalt plants. We already have one, and then one coming. So I thought it was kind of fishy. NNP, this guy talking, and then you have this quarry and the one that existed, and I know the guy who's always speaking and who's involved in it, I think he's a CEO or whatever they call it. I know his brother was an NNP minister. Well, he was in the NNP administration, right? Einstein, Louison, and that kind of thing. So I was trying to kind of connect the dots. And then it was all over the place. They're talking about it and so on. So it kind of went on a pause. Then everything was done. Approval was given. So quarries start functioning. Then they get silent. You ain't hearing much about them. You ain't hearing them talk. So Renault, Asphalt, plants start functioning and so on. They got quiet. And then Renault starts getting quite a number of the contracts, because Renault could afford to bill and then get paid. That is how liquid that company is. And it's a regional company. They could afford to build 15 roads, 20 roads, bridges, do stuff for you, and then when they finish, get paid. But the other companies, you have to pay them one time, you have to give them money up front, or you have to give them money in the middle, or give them to, or else they stall everything. All right? It's different. And the contracts start rolling out. So then that competitor start feeling the pressure. And then Tutus, I see this piece on MTV where you have this driver, truck driver, making certain pronouncements. And I say, what the hell is this? Since when a truck driver is qualified to tell Grenadians what is good or bad about asphalt? Is the truck driver some chemist, some specialist, some contractor in that field or experience it? But when you listen to the piece on MTV, you realize the truck driver has an agenda. And that is what sell out the whole thing. The truck driver is not authentic or genuine, like just a concerned citizen. And
you see the better material they say they're getting from new companies. Watch how you're raveling up on the road here. You ravel up on the road like what? Don't hold in good. And the ministers and them just seeing that they leave the good Grenadian contractor and picking up from the foreign contractor. Watch how they're wasting our money, wasting our taxpayers' money.
Concerns surrounding the quality of asphalt.
And here it is. Up to now, they cannot show us where it's raveling up. But when in the tail end of that interview or that piece, you see little gravels and so on. But that happens everywhere where you put on asphalt. Everywhere. So it's not anything dramatic or no, but you see, they nasty. They politically stink. They don't want Grenada to move forward They want to undermine the development. They want to sabotage. They want to stop it. And all what they do, they're not succeeding. That is what is frightening them.
Currently being produced by Reno Construction Industrial Products have surfaced following complaints from some truck drivers involved.
Right. So this reporter, who I know, says following some complaints by some truck drivers, right? But this is only one truck driver who has an agenda. Talking is rubbish.
And picking up from the foreign contractor, that's how they're wasting our money, wasting our taxpayers' money.
Concerns surrounding the quality of asphalt currently being produced by Reno Construction Industrial Products have surfaced following complaints from some truck drivers involved in.
Some truck drivers, one truck driver. So this guy, he has to get this piece right. One truck driver, not some. The only person who in this interview, in this news piece, is one truck driver with an agenda.
Roadworks. One driver who spoke with MTV News.
And then the reporter says one truck driver who spoke to MTV News. It's just one truck driver. You see, these people believe that they're smart, but they're not. Because we can open the thing out and realize that this guy has an agenda.
Question the durability and consistency of the asphalt mix being supplied. Reno Construction and Industrial Products began operations in Grenada in 2022, with its first major product being the Molyneux Road Rehabilitation Project. Speaking with MTV News on Thursday, the company's project manager Sunil Pal said feedback since asphalt production commenced last Friday has been largely positive.
We don't really have any negative report from anybody. However, we are dealing with the engineers from the ministry, and we continuously in touch with them, and they are very satisfied, and we are happy that they are satisfied with the material. Together with that, we also trying to work with their requirements, and obviously we need feedback, so we could look into it and see how best we could do for them. But for like as of now, because it's the same mix material which we've been using from many years, so we have a same mix design, same material, so there is very less possibility of something will go wrong.
Despite the company's confidence, another truck driver raised concerns after allegedly observing freshly laid asphalt deteriorating within a short period of time compared to asphalt previously supplied by competing entity Consolidated Contractors Company Caribbean Incorporated.
Just showing the nice material and you have.
Right, so that's the base material, but that's the same person who is at the beginning of the interview. The same person, the same individual.
You see the better material they're getting from new companies.
Same individual.
Watch how you're raveling up on the road here. You're raveling up on the road like what?
Something not fitting well with this interview. It's the same voice, same person, same individual. A
short period of time compared to asphalt previously supplied by competing entity Consolidated Contractors Company Caribbean Incorporated.
Just showing the nice.
The same individual, the very same individual. Let's go back to what the reporter said there.
There is very less possibility of something will go wrong.
Despite the company's confidence, another truck driver raised concerns.
And then he says, another truck driver. Who is fooling who? Another truck driver? But I mean, I don't have to be an expert in listening to voices and recognizing who's speaking.
After allegedly observing freshly laid asphalt deteriorating within a short period of time compared to asphalt previously supplied by competing entity Consolidated Contractors Company Caribbean Incorporated.
Just showing the nice material and you have.
Right, so that's the base material, right? But this is the same guy.
Material go down Thursday and how you ravel out on the road. Real ravel out already and looking.
So the reporter needs to clarify this thing. This is the same person. That's not another truck driver.
Real bad. As the government say, we will get better material, not from CCI, but from.
But how you know about CCI, CCCI, and all of those I mean, an ordinary truck driver?
This other new companies in there. This new company is affiliate just as CCI.
And is a failure just as what is this?
Does always do it just doesn't have this kind of raffle. CCC doesn't have this kind of raffle.
And then you go back to what CCC doesn't have. And I mean, this guy has an agenda.
Managing Director of Consolidated Contractors.
And then they go to CCCI. So this heavy tongue individual will speak and talk his usual BS, in my belief.
Company Caribbean Inc. also spoke at MTV News outlining the company's asphalt production and quality control procedures.
A design mix is the many components that...
And this guy is always in the news. Always. Not Calivini, the Cliff project there. And that project drag on. Took so long. This guy is featured in an interview there, right? I don't know if it's his company or whatever, whoever got that contract there, right? So, and then the Benji or Benji beating there, then everywhere, this guy is, I mean, something ain't right with this reporter, in my belief, trying to bring certain information to the public that I believe is inaccurate in some way, right? But this, you see, this guy, in my belief, is feeling the weight, the pressure. Because you see, there are some people who believe that them alone could do it. And it's them alone or else nobody. You see? So you always find those things happening. And I'm saying we are skillful enough to discern, to dissect, to open this thing up and to come to a conclusion. All you need to do is to listen. This truck driver is no expert on nothing. No, but when you listen to the guy, you realize he has an agenda. Same thing with the Hector guy who was talking about the asphalt plant and parading on all station. Yeah, they have an agenda. You know, the same Hector was the guy who prayed at the NNP meeting at the Concord Government School. Because I know the Hector guy to be, NNP supporter and that kind of thing. Boy, oh boy. So it's the pressure they're feeling because Renault could build, supply and build without harassing or fighting or bad mouthing or calling government this and that and want money. And no, Renault is different. Renault could just build the thing and wait for their money. Yeah. The pressure is mounting because they realize work going on left, right, and center. Who getting the contract? They think the most honorable Deacon Mitchell stupid. He's not stupid. You're mad? He's not. He has a lot of intelligence. All right? So again, folks, we have to remain focused, understand the mission at hand. All right? There are a lot of people who don't want to see development take place. There are a lot of people who want to sabotage the government. They want to make sure that things are stalled and delayed and disrupted and derailed, and that's what they want. They don't want good for Grenada. And you have to watch these people. You have to watch them. Because this same individual was at this engagement my good partner Adrian Joseph had at Mount Cinnamon, I think the name. You have to watch these people. Adrian Joseph, the NNP candidate for St. George Northwest, where Keith Mitchell constituency, that thing. You have to connect the dots and understand what is at play. You have to understand what is at play. And then you go, no going down. Folks, I want to say to all of us, we have to remain positive and focused. A lot of things are happening for people. You know, I listened to a program this morning where the health promotion officer or something like that in the Ministry of Health, all right, called in and was announcing a consultation or town hall meeting for Grenville regarding the Granborough Medical Station upgrade and renovation. Because you know the NDC, they're upgrading and renovating the Granborough Medical Station. And you know, I was drinking my bush tea, some oregano and mint. And in my mind, I was like, the NDC came into power. They have to fix the medical stations, so they're fixing them. We know of the Sutter's Medical Station being fixed, the Grand Roy Medical Station being fixed, the Granborough Medical Station, Pedmotor Medical Station, right? They fix Victoria Medical Station. They fix Wester Hall Medical Station. They fix Hermitage Medical Station. I think there's another one that they're fixing. One is Snail Hall, somewhere up there. So they have to fix all of these things. Then my mind clicked on police stations. So police headquarters, they fix that. They get that for them. Grenville Police Station, they have to fix that. They relocated the police officers to some place better, right? And the Hillsborough Police Station, they fix that. The St. Paul's Police Station, they fix that. They're now getting I think $20 million Coast Guard, a boat for the Coast Guard. They're fixing the Coast Guard base. Then you have the fire station and the Carnage, the Central Police Station, they have to fix that, right? Then you move to schools. So they come into power, they building the St. David's Catholic Secondary School, the St. Andrew Anglican Primary School, the Grenada Christian Academy, the Calais Government School, they're expanding that. The School for Special Education, they're expanding that. Florida Government School, they're fixing that, right? Somebody told me the Sutter's Police Station, they renovated and upgraded that. Thank you very much. The Florida Government School, they building that. There's another school, Holy Innocents RC or Tivoli. One of those schools, either Tivoli or they're fixing that, right? A lot of schools in Caracou, schools. And then I moved to, my mind clicked now on roads, all kind of roads they're fixing, left, right, and center, expanding, Grande Tang, Windsor Forest, Vincennes, Dodma, Grandans, Western Side. I went up to Sotes and all about it, just fixing roads, fixing all about the place. St. Andrew, and then my mind clicked on community centers. The NDC fixed a lot of community centers, renovated, upgraded. Then my mind clicked on playing fields that they upgraded, they lit, right? Cricket stadium, they lit. The Progress Park, they lit. What them alone have to do everything? Huh? And then my mind click on basketball courts, netball courts, upgrades and play areas at playing fields that they upgraded. And hello, so only the NDC has to come on. So where the NNP was? Huh? Where the NNP was? Where did they? All of these years. All you don't understand what's going on. NDC has to come and fix every damn thing, you know. It's amazing. Folks, before I wrap up, you see this woman who calls the Plea the Cause program and speak as though she supports NDC and as though she like the Honorable Andy Williams, and she jump on Claudette case as though she like Claudette. Now she jump on Ron case. This woman, she is politically dangerous. If you listen when she speaks, she's throwing shades at our beloved Prime Minister. She's politically stink. She's no damn good. And again, I want to advise all of these folks because they don't communicate with her directly anymore. One used to do it and it discontinued. So she's fighting for relevance. They are not communicating with her. She's grabbing things and making people believe that they're communicating. But I'm saying it. They have to come out openly and say and distance themselves from this toxic political trash. She's dangerous. I don't know what the most honorable Deacon Mitchell did to this scumbag, this political scumbag. This good for nothing typist. Well, what you type right? She went and doing type. What is old watch? Folks. Anyways, watch. What I would say on this program here, it might be too much. So let me just calm down. All right? Montreal. Let me just calm down. Because watch. Night.
Montreal, prepare for an exquisite evening of insight and elegance. Join us on Friday, June 5th at 6:30 p.m. at Plaza Volaire in the Armand Plaza Hotel for a night you won't want to miss. Our keynote speaker for the evening will be the Honorable Deacon Mitchell, Prime Minister of Grenada. Enjoy an ambossal cocktail, a delightful dinner, a captivating live entertainment, all while supporting a great cause. It's at 6600 Chemin de la Côte de Liesse, Saint-Laurent, Quebec. Secure your spot for this extraordinary event. Get your advance tickets now for $150 or $170 after May 5th. Don't wait. Seating is limited. Call us today at 514-707-1533, 514-773-6519 or 514-928-5370. An exquisite evening of insight and elegance you won't want to miss. A fireside chat featuring keynote speaker, the Prime Minister of Grenada, Honorable Deacon Mitchell, hosted by Dr. Aita Sadhu. Saturday, June 6th from 6:30 p.m. at Bellevue Manor, 8083 Jane Street, Concord, Ontario. Come enjoy an ambrosial cocktail, a sumptuous dinner, and captivating live entertainment that will make this a night to remember. Tickets are available now. Get your advance tickets for just $200. After May 6th, the price increases to $225. So don't wait. For tickets, call 416-209-6226, 647-242-9256, or 647-561-4350. This event is proudly presented by the NDC Canada chapter. Experience the elegance. Network with leaders. Celebrate with us.
Right. So, folks, I would pull the curtain down. And again, I want to encourage the folks who pledge their financial support to the program to please honor that. All right, all the folks who pledged their financial support, try to honor it because today is the 12th day of May. And we have quite a number of people who are still yet to honor that pledge. So if you reached out to me, no problem, right? But if you have not yet done so, try to honor the pledge so you could pay up the bills and meet our commitments, all right? So if once you pledge, like the folks who pledged and call in and tell me, well, they pledged this and they pledged that, and you know what I mean? Try to honor it. That'll be good. That will be good. Folks, I want to wish you all the best.